The Portland Trailblazers are doing absolutely amazing this year, and they have a very good record. There's a lot of things they do really well individually, but very good as a team as well. So let's get down, let's check them out and see why they're winning so many games. If you're a basketball coach, this is definitely a video that's going to help you win more games. So make sure to go check out my Unbeatable Basketball Zone Defense book down in the description below. It basically traps the corners and doubles the low post. So after this shot, the Portland Trailblazers have two rebounders in the key looking to get that ball. Meanwhile, there's really nobody boxing out from the Pelicans. The Blazers were able to go up, get that essentially rebound, but it was tipped out by Jonas, which then, by hustle, the Blazers were able to officially get that rebound. Right as soon as that happened, they continued to attack that rim, because what happens is after a long rebound, a lot of players on the defensive side are no longer in their positions. So after a long rebound, you really want to attack that rim fast. That should be allowing you to get to the rim because there should be open lanes to the basket. Off of this screen, what we have is a massive gap on this side. If you're attacking the basket, you get multiple defenders on you, well then guess what? You better have a teammate who's cutting backdoor, and that's exactly what we see right here. Anytime that the defense is collapsing on you, players from the perimeter either need to find an open spot on the perimeter or they need to be cutting down the lane so that they can get themselves an easy basket. A very good strategy to use that I actually use with my U11 team, and the Portland Trailblazers use it as well, which is fantastic, which is to drive, get that ball into the paint, and then collapse that defense. Look at how many players are currently paying attention to the ball handler. Every single one. So what you need to do is attack the paint, kick that ball out, and don't even think about shooting. The whole defense is going to be going towards that ball. This guy cannot think shoot. He needs to think pass. So drive, kick, swing, which will get you an easy basket. And I usually get my players to rehearse this, which literally over and over again, drive, kick, swing, drive, kick, swing, and that's going to always get you open shots. And yes, my U11s take 3-point shots and make a lot. Just make sure that when you're playing help defense here, you swing down, you move, you swing the defense, because what will happen is if that doesn't happen, the weak side corner player, he's going to cut baseline. It's going to be a free alley-oop all day long. So with Zion Williamson, he's a really good dunker, and yes, but if the defense doesn't rotate down fast enough, these corner cutters are going to continue to hurt the Portland Trailblazers, but that is part of the Pelicans offense anyways. Now really watch this offensive passing. Player drives down the key, collapses the defense, kicks it out to a player who could have an easy layup. But look at how many players are currently paying attention to the ball and how many players are currently paying attention to other things. We then have, in this case, a player cutting down the lane because everyone's paying attention to the guy in the key, which then opens up a layup for that player who's cutting. Again, creating opportunities off of cuts by getting the ball into the paint. So here we get a missed layup, but they get their own rebound. Look at how many players have collapsed on this man. He then gets blocked yet again, and he makes the right decision. He pulls out, he kicks the ball out to the perimeter for the 3-point shot. He should have actually done this much earlier. If you've got 4 players around you, and this guy literally doing not much out in the middle of nowhere, instead of going up trying to fight 4 guys, just kick it out. Look how many players were open for threes. He could have kicked it out to this guy, and if he recovered to guard this man could have moved over here. This could have been basically a drive, kick, swing style offense, and it would have been an open 3 anyways. So they're just denying the opportunity for a 3 by trying to go up 3-4 times in the paint with 4 guys around you. Just kick it out. You've got teammates. Use them. They make the right decision anyways, but that is just my own opinion, something that the Portland Trailblazers sometimes do make mistakes on. This is a strategy that I ran actually to get my coaching certification here in Canada, and we were given different teams to run offenses with, and we were playing a little bit of a game, and I had a really massive dude, and I basically told him to post up in the paint as soon as you get down on offense. And the idea here was to get that ball into the paint, and if he could take his man, to take his man and score. If he couldn't, if they collapsed on him and had everybody on him, then because we had early offense in the key, that would collapse the defense, and then you can kick it out for 3-point shots. Here, this man goes and scores, but by getting that ball into the paint early, that collapses the defense, and you can kick it out. There's multiple players who are open for three, and that is what you should be really trying to do. Now, this is a really good play right here. It's a quick screen and roll for the point. The corner man's popping up to the point. His man is preoccupied with the roll man, which then allows that player who was on the wing to be able to attack the paint. The guy who originally rolled to the basket got into the dunker spot, and because this cutter was able to notice that and gained a lot of attention, he was able to pass to the dunker spot. Now, a really good strategy is to somehow get that ball to the high post or somebody driving down the middle of the key, and have somebody in the Russian spot / dunker spot along the baseline behind the backboard. If you can get somebody there and you can attack it down the middle or get the ball to the high post, this should be an easy lob or an easy pass down for some easy baskets, and that's exactly what we see here. This is why the unbeatable zone defense down in the description below works so well. If you get a player, for example, against a 1-3-1 zone and you drop down, it's usually too late for the drop down player to be able to make it a tough shot. Plus, it leaves the middle open. Now, with the unbeatable defense, we get a trap in the corners, and then it also doubles the low post without leaving that high post open or any other players open. So definitely, if you're a coach, go check that zone out down in the description below. And again, even though this game is tied, they're still doing a basic strategy of attacking the paint, kicking that ball out for a 3-point shot. This could have been an extra swing. Jonas was recovering. He could have rolled. It could have been an extra pass for a layup. But this is in hindsight. Hindsight's always 20/20. That driving kick for that 3 worked extremely well. Now they're playing up against a 2-3 zone, and yes, the Portland Trail Blazers are now starting to play aggressive. They want to make sure that they get this win. And what they do here is absolutely fantastic. Fake away, get that man out of the way, create yourself a new gap. He's able to attack that gap, and because he played aggressive, he was able to get that dunk. If you don't play aggressive in game, you're never going to be able to score in the paint. I hope that this video helps you win more games as a player and as a coach. Make sure to go check out my unbeatable zone defense down in the description below if you're a coach, and I'll see you guys again next time.